Hi everyone, Jackson here from SIG Machine Learning. We'll be kicking off a series of demonstrations over the coming weeks that will help outline the key benefits of integrating smart control into your industrial operations. But firstly, what is smart control? Smart control is a software application that leverages machine learning to identify and recommend set point adjustments in a control system. Now, this ensures both controller and operational objectives are achieved efficiently and effectively. So in essence, it's all about combining technology with process. Let's begin to look at this by looking at the different layers of an industrial operation. We'll work our way up the pyramid, starting with the physical process. Now, this layer includes the actual physical equipment and processes that are being controlled, such as machinery, sensors, actuators that are executing real-time physical actions. Think of valves changing position or pumps changing speed. The next layer is control. We need to control these physical processes via control systems. So control loops and set points traditionally dominate the control layer, which helps to support the operation and response to the changes occurring in our physical process. The supervisory control layer sits above the control layer. At this layer, supervision, data acquisition, and human-machine interface enables our operators and engineers to interact with the physical processes that are occurring down in our first layer. The operations layer, this can be referred to as the people layer. This layer involves significant human interaction and decision-making, as it focuses on managing and optimizing production activities that are driven by people who are analyzing data. Lastly, the enterprise layer brings all the preceding layers together by integrating and coordinating the data and activities across the entire organization. So smart control is software that connects the supervisory control layer with the day-to-day operations of an organization. It enables a powerful form of automation that significantly reduces the time it takes to make decisions. But how? So the how is best explained by looking at the following process. Picture yourself as an operator or an engineer that needs to change a setting in your control system to achieve one of your organization's objectives. An objective like reducing costs, reducing emissions, enhancing production, or improving your engineering efficiency. Let's follow the flow of information which leads to the routine optimization of an industrial asset. Using the pyramid we explained in the previous slides, we can start at the source or the first layer, which is the physical process. This information then flows to the second layer, which could be our remote terminal units or our programmable logic controls. Next, our flow of information reaches the third layer, which is our supervisory layer, which is probably governed by what's called a SCADA system. We then flow into the operations layer. This is where people access historians and databases via digital tools to help perform their exception-based surveillance of their industrial assets. Large amounts of data are analysed by our people and decisions get made that feed back into the supervisory layer below. This feedback loop then initiates a change in our asset to meet one of our objectives we previously mentioned. Now, this is a manual process that can sometimes take days and can also erode value due to the delay of translating information into decisions. Where smart control empowers our people is by taking the best-in-class operating practices and combining this with the ability to analyze vast amounts of data, whereby reducing this feedback loop down into a timescale of seconds. Think of it like deploying an operational strategy in seconds where you can meet your objectives whether you have a few assets or a few thousand. In essence, smart control empowers our people by connecting operational technology with information technology to help us move to a more sustainable way of operating. Over the coming episodes, we'll dive into smart control in practice via our NextGeneer platform. Thank you.